Alright, today we're going to take a look at something made in the USA. And that right there is something made in the USA. It's called American Born Moonshine, the apple pie flavor. That is 83 proof. And I believe it was made in Nashville. Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee. They know something about moonshine down there. So let's take a look at the other thing that is made in the USA. Very famous. You can see it's made in the USA. And it's got the P65 idiot warning on here. And Buck is located in Post Falls, Idaho. And it's got a forever warranty. It also sends a little message that says it's got a famous forever warranty. And it has an ebony hardwood handle. And this is the Folding Hunter. US made knife, imported sheath. Let's take a look at the sheath. It's really a good one. And it's got the 110 stamped on it. Nice big loop, belt loop. It's got the Buck stamp on it. It also has their logo on the snap. Now, one thing about these snap closures you gotta be careful of. If you look inside, you can see the other side of the snap, and it is metal. Probably some kind of alloy, maybe it's aluminum. But when you put this Buck knife into it, and it's supposed to go pivot down, opening that way. If you start seeing scratches on this part of the handle, it's because you're pushing against that metal, which is pushing against the handle, and could leave scratches. But you can see it says sheath made in Mexico. They could have said sheath made in America because Mexico is Central America. And one of the things I like to use on these leather sheaths is mink oil. It works really good. And I also use quite a bit of this Wilson premium glove oil. And just about every company that makes knives has a sheath like this. Here's the Cold Steel. Doesn't have a logo on the button. Just has slots for the belt. But this is a pretty good sheath. Let's take a look at this Buck 110. And I believe this was first produced in 1964. It's got a lot of brass on it. Now the Buck, people are calling these two things, or actually there are four, calling this part the bolster. But if you look close, it's one piece from here all the way down to there. So it actually could be called the liner. Even you could probably call it the scale. But these are really nice ebony inlays. Ebony is supposed to be really hard. Take a lot of abuse. Now the blade markings say Buck. Buck 110 USA. That's all the stampings I can find on this blade. Very smooth. No traction notches needed on this. And it does have the spine lock right here. You push down on it. Push down and it unlocks. It's pretty stiff right now, but it's not that bad. Opens nice. Let's take a look at some of the specs on this. And it is, the blade is right at, looks like about a 3¼ inch blade. Overall length is about 8, just a little under 8½. See what it weighs. Supposed to be pretty heavy, right around 7 ounces. Let's see if we can get that to work. Okay, it looks like it's about 7½ or 7.5 ounces, which is about right. I think that's what they said on the description. So it's about 7 ounces, so it's pretty heavy. See how well it cuts. And that steel is 420 HC steel. So it came really sharp. So that's good. Very sharp right out of the factory. I like this locking mechanism here. You just push down on this right here. Closes up pretty good. Let's do a drop test on this buck 110. It's pretty heavy. It might just fall over, but I'll try it anyway. Yeah, it looks like it's going to fall, but it's still stuck. It passed. Oh, that's really in there. That passed the drop test pretty nicely. So that is the buck 110 folding hunter, made in the USA. And it comes with a sheath. And the proper way to put this in the sheath is the pivot down and the blade facing that way. It's a good sheath. And I'd say this thing definitely deserves a cowbell or two. Knuckle bump.